Welcome everybody to your angel messages and overall energy update. So let's jump right into this Celtic cross here. I'm so excited to be sharing these messages with you. I can feel the energy coming off the cards already. And let's see what our first message is here in the heart of our spread. Two of Earth. Too much going on at once. The need to make a decision. Consider a more playful approach. Okay, so this is the heart of your spread. So this is the angels and your spiritual team acknowledging that this is currently something you're thinking about, that there's too much going on. Maybe it's a little stressful. Maybe you know you need to invest in something, but you haven't really had the time because you're busy with family commitments, work commitments, different things going on, and you're wanting to get something done, but it feels stressful to you. So the angels are going to have guidance on you for that, but note what's the first thing that came to mind. Are you planning an event? Are you trying to start or complete a project? Maybe you're planning a vacation and you haven't been able to spend the time on it that you want to. Whatever this is for you, you are going to be getting guidance. Just got some angel bumps right there. And we're going to dive deeper into it, especially when we break down in the second and third spread. So let's see what's coming up for the crossing energy for all of you. Now, this is something that is a little bit challenging for us to deal with, and it's the balance energy. Well, this makes perfect sense given what's in the heart of our spread. It says the need for balance and moderation, cooperation, and compromise. Wait for the perfect timing. So you felt challenged, just like we're saying right here. There's too much going on, but you've had a challenge in bringing that balance in. So what I'm getting here is that you do know that there's too much going on. Maybe you've too many irons in the fire, too much on your schedule, but you're not quite sure how to bring balance to that because you have these commitments, you have these goals, you have these other people or groups of people relying on you. So we're going to get some guidance on how you can do that, and just trust that you are in divine flow by being here, listening to these messages now. So listen for any signs or symbols that are coming through for you, especially if you're getting any tingles in your body or you see any animals outside the window. I listen for sounds too. Sometimes if I hear a train or I see a jet going above, I incorporate that into my symbols. So make sure to write those down in your journal. And let's see what's coming up in the root of your spread. In the root of your spread, you have the 8 of Earth. Skilled work is rewarded, learning all there is to know about a topic, going back to school. So they're basically saying here that what you're not aware of is that if you take a more playful approach to these things and you acquire more skills and knowledge, it's going to make your journey easier. Now, this could be literally taking an online class or signing up for a class, but I'm getting for a lot of you here, it's something around learning a new technology, a new software, or just seeking out a mentor to help you with whatever it is that you're trying to do. Sometimes this is literally just getting online and watching some YouTube tutorials or finding somebody who has done it before you and just watching their process. It doesn't have to be a huge commitment, but a more playful approach would be the example that's coming to my mind for me is when I first moved into this house, which was over 10 years ago. I had all these great ideas for how I wanted to decorate for Christmas because I love Christmas time, but it was kind of overwhelming because it was a new place. We didn't have a lot of time to plan. I didn't know how I was going to incorporate my current decorations with the house. And I went online. I found this fantastic YouTube channel of this interior designer where she just goes all out for Christmas and she gives all these tips and tools on what do you do with your current stuff and how do you refresh it. And I got so excited watching all her creative ways to refresh her old Christmas decorations and make the house feel so warm that it really inspired me to get going. And I realized, oh, this is actually a playful thing. And it should be enjoyable, right, to decorate your home, but it's something you might not even think about doing. This could be the same thing for any kind of technology you're trying to learn, software, if you're trying to get to know a method for something you're trying to work on. Maybe you're retired and you're wanting to take painting classes, but you're not really finding the time to sign up for a local class. There are online painting classes. There are YouTube tutorials. If you haven't looked into it, look up intuitive painting. It is something that makes my heart sing when I have the time to do it. I haven't in a while, but it's something that anybody can do, and there are so many great videos on there that will inspire you. So I felt the need to say that for somebody out there specifically, but also anything that came to your mind where you're like, how could I make this easier? Maybe it's just learning from someone else, okay? So let's see what's coming up in your recent past. In your recent past, we have the Five of Water. It says things not turning out the way you hoped, not seeing the positive in a situation, crying over spilled milk. Now, this is a card that is reminding us that we need to be grateful for the 2 cups in the card. And I'll switch back over so you can see there's 2 cups here. The other 3 have spilled, right? Let's be grateful for the 2 cups that didn't spill, and let's be resourceful. What are the things we could do with those 2 cups and learn from that? Now, this is in the recent past, so I'm getting for most of you, this is something that's already happened where you've realized because of everything that was going on, it's kind of like that chaos in the kitchen. Somebody walks by and knocks the ingredients off the counter and you're like, well, we can't use that now. The dogs were just running around the house, right? And so that's something that you might want to think about. What could you learn from that? How could you be more resourceful? And what's coming to mind for me is that lately I've been trying to increase my protein intake, and I had to get really resourceful about how I was going to create make ahead meals that I could eat during the day when I'm busy and still have it be lean protein. And I ended up doing a lot of research and finding out that I could do one of my favorite chicken salads. Instead of using the mayonnaise, there's a Greek yogurt recipe that I actually really enjoy. And I can make it ahead and I can have plenty of it on hand. And so while I'm, it's a little hard to do it ahead of time and it would be easier to go to the store and buy the pre-made chicken salad, I'm looking at what do I have right here in front of me that will help me with this and how can I make time for it? So it's something you've already handled and the angels are commending you for that. But let's switch over to the present energy to get a little more clarification. So the present energy is the 9 of Fire. Don't give up, protect what you've created, have courage, and believe in yourself. So this is what they're addressing here about the heart of the spread, where you're saying there's too much going on. It's a little bit exhausting. You're almost wanting to just sit down and say, fine, I give up. And the angels are saying, don't give up. Protect what you've created so far. You have invested in something, okay? There is something you've put time and energy and thought into. So don't give up on your idea just because there's too much going on. We'll see what's coming up in the near future to give you guidance. But remember that this is coming up in the crown of your spread and this is in the root. Don't give up. Go get more information. Go get more knowledge. So what's coming up in the near future for you? We have the 7 of Earth card. See, this is great. By taking the time to learn something new, go online, get a tutorial, seek a mentor, protect what you've done so far, you will have planted the seeds necessary to keep growing and going in the right direction. It may mean you have to take some things off your calendar, take some things off your to-do list, ask for help from others, but they are saying that coming up very soon, you are going to see that there's no need to worry at all. There's no need to worry at all. You may even have this opportunity to take a break because it says temporary pause there on the card. And this could mean that you have an opportunity to take that little getaway, take that vacation, or just take a break from everything that's going on in your calendar. So let's see what's coming up in your personal power. This is where we get your pocket affirmations from. We have the 4 of Air, time to rest or take a vacation. I literally just said take a break, rest or vacation, right? So they definitely want us to do that. And it also says allow more time before making a decision. Meditation may provide answers. So yeah, you're going to get your personal power from taking a break from worrying about everything, taking that playful approach. So maybe you're just playing hooky one day from work and you're going out and doing, I don't know, miniature golf and you're doing something fun and you're getting out there and you're being playful and it's giving you that opportunity to have a new perspective. It's giving you that opportunity to rest from all that worry and concern and allow you to figure out where else can I add skills to what I'm doing so I can protect what I've created. So let's go ahead and do a pocket affirmation. I easily find time for playtime. I easily find time for playtime. Write that in the comment section below. That incorporates the personal power of rest, but it also incorporates this current energy of, hey, protecting what we've created by taking a break from the worry and, putting things down just temporarily. And when this opportunity comes up in the near future for you to take a break, okay? So we can do another quick little pocket affirmation here. I easily find time to rest. I easily find time to rest. If you want to write that pocket affirmation in the comment section below as well, I think that'll be another really important thing to help you with your personal power. So let's see what's going on in the external factors here. We're getting close to the end of this so we can jump into your detailed messages with the next spread, but we have the 3 of water in your external factors: a celebration, a wedding, graduation, or birth announcement, the need to have more fun. There we have it again, that fun word. Now here's the thing, this is going on in your external factors, so maybe you are helping someone else plan some kind of celebration, wedding. Maybe you do have a child or grandchild on the way and there's been so much going on and they want you to take that playful approach. So what's the first thing that comes to mind for you when you think about everything going on in your environment that's pulling you away from the things that you want to work on, the things that you want to do? That's where they're saying, hey, let's try to take a more playful approach to how we do this. Try to have a little more fun, maybe get a little help with it all. Go online for ideas, right? And find ways to be more efficient with the things you need to do. And that'll help you have that time for rest and playtime. So the need to have more fun is coming up a lot for us right here in the Northern Hemisphere. We are headed into that summertime. That's when people are really wanting to get out there and play. So I hope you're making plans to do that. And for those of you in the Southern Hemisphere, hopefully you're going to spend more time enjoying the fall weather and moving into the winter, where you can take more time for coziness and resting and reading those books you've been wanting to read. So let's see what's coming up in the hope or fears sector. We have the Knight of Fire card here. I think we recently had this in this position. Passionate, adventure, self-assured, restless. A sudden event that needs attention. Think things through carefully. So time is of the essence. What they're saying here is that you are probably going to need to take action on something, but you want to watch out that you're not being impulsive about it. You want to think things through carefully. That's why it's saying that in that card. And maybe the thing that needs to be the added ingredient to what needs to happen when something suddenly needs your attention is adding that playful energy. Maybe you're just taking too serious of an approach to something you're planning, something you're working on, something you're trying to work through. This is where they're saying, hey, add that fiery creative energy and go online, go on Pinterest, go on Instagram, go see what other people are doing to give you ideas and inspiration. And that can really help you reignite that passionate energy that makes you feel like, okay, now I'm ready to take action on this. So let's see what's coming up in the final outcome. We have the 2 of Fire. Beautiful for the final outcome. You've come into your own, new partnerships or contracts continue to move forward. So this is what's going to happen when you plant those seeds of adding more playtime, adding more rest, getting some more skills and knowledge. You're going to be bringing in this new partner. And this could be somebody new on your spiritual team, like a guide who's coming in to help you with something. You can call those in. Or it could be that you are finding that awesome YouTube personality that you're going to learn from and watch. And maybe they have an online class that you can learn from. So I would definitely keep an eye out for this, new people coming into your life. And it's really going to take you focusing on how you can take time for play and take time for rest. Maybe when you're out playing miniature golf, you run into your new best friend who you start a business with. You never know. So you got to follow your intuition. And we're going to move over to break this down to the energies of 3 different decks, because this always really helps validate what's coming through in the Celtic Cross, and it gives you a little more information, right? Since this is an overall reading for all signs, it can sometimes be that we need a little more clarity here. By the way, if you haven't already, if these messages resonate with you, I'd really appreciate it if you'd hit that like button and share this video with anybody you feel it would resonate with. Also, if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. I'd love to have you as a subscriber. I love reading all of your comments too. Thank you so much for letting me know how you're doing. If these messages resonate with you, just tell me what's going on for you, because it's such a fun way to connect. I do my Wednesday lives every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Central right here on this channel, where we can actually talk live. So I hope you'll join me there as well. All right, what do we have coming up in these 3 card spreads that are going to give us even more understanding of what the Celtic Cross is trying to tell us? For the first card, we have now, by the way, if you're new here, I don't read reversals. I always set that intention, but sometimes I put them down upside down. We have the Dreamer card. This would be the full card in the tarot deck. It says beginning, believing, protected. Yeah, I am feeling like you've had a hard time getting started with something. That's why we had that Two of Earth or Two of Pentacles at the heart of our spread, where you weren't making time to really invest in something. And maybe the thing you need to invest in is adding those skills and knowledge, or adding that time to go online and see what others are doing, get some inspiration. And so there is something new you're going to be doing. It may be a new approach to something you've already started, or it is taking that action to get more skills and knowledge there. So let's see what's coming up for this next card here. We have the travel card. What were we just talking about? Taking a vacation, journey, path, location. So I do feel a lot of you are going to be having some little trips coming up. They may be little short trips across town. Maybe you don't normally go to that part of town, but you need to for whatever it is you're planning, or you're just taking a break and finally going and exploring some things. Maybe it's a little weekend getaway. Maybe you do actually have that summer or winter vacation planned that you've been looking forward to. This is going to bring you some new perspective. So let's see what's coming up in the final card for this row. We have believe in yourself. You're doing well and you will. So this is validating that present energy of protecting what you've created. You need to believe that you can find the resources, get the skills and knowledge you need to move forward with whatever it is that you're looking to do. Are you trying to plan a wedding on a budget? Are you trying to travel, plan a vacation where you travel to another side of the world, but you don't even know where to get started? Believe that you can be guided there, and you can ask your team to guide you there as well. I often will call in people to help me in my life in a physical way. I'll say, please help me find, the best travel agent to help me with this, or please help me find the best advisor to help me with this new business idea. These are the things that you have to ask for. You want to make sure you are writing them down in your journal. As I always say, I get up every morning and I set my intentions. I say my prayers, I journal, and I ask for help in my journal so that I have evidence that I am asking, and then I always get the answers, and I have track the signs and symbols I get in the intuition tracker here, and that allows me, oh, did I open to it? That's the calendar there. This is the intuition tracker here. And you can use any journal you want, though. This is the journal I sell. It's a custom journal on Amazon that gives you tools to deepen your connection with the angels and advance your intuitive abilities. But you can use any journal you want as long as you're writing it all in one place, because that's the key. And again, we do need to make sure we are asking for the help. So the next row, we have this card coming up for the first. It says Queen of Earth. That's beautiful, gracious, practical, capable. So that's the Queen of Pentacles in tarot, if you're more familiar with tarot cards. But basically, it's talking about you are going to be bringing in this investment in your future. But I'm getting for a lot of you, you're actually this mentor or this teacher you're seeking, or just this influencer that's going to give you ideas. They've been able to turn something you want to do into cash. That's what they've been able to do. And so you're going to be learning from somebody who has already made something they love doing profitable. Now, you may not be here for money. You may be retired. That's not what you're looking for. You're looking for legacy or your next phase. That's completely fine. You're still looking for somebody else who's doing the things you want to do in that stage of their life. Maybe they're totally retired, but they want to start a YouTube channel on making breakfast every morning. You never know what that is, but this person has found you're finding somebody who is taking something you want to do and making it profitable, and you're going to learn from that person. So let's see what's coming up with this dream card. We have the dragonfly. I love that. Transformation, magic, illusion. Have you seen my spirit animal series? I have one on dragonflies. Dragonflies are such a powerful symbol for so many people, including me. I always do bonus meanings for it because you are always developing your own language with your spiritual team. So a dragonfly might mean one thing for me and something else entirely for you, but definitely transformation is something that I would say is definitely a big one. Oh, I just got angel bumps all down my left side. I did a bunch of research on dragonflies back when I had an encounter. I actually have the story time right here on this channel. I'll just tell you quickly though. I was out in my garden and this huge hornet landed right next to me, and I knew it was an aggressive one because I had seen it, kind of buzzing around me. It didn't like where I was standing, I guess, and I froze, and it kind of was looking like it was coming at me. And I asked for my spiritual team to send me protection. So I asked, I'm staying here. I was like, please don't let that thing, please don't let this hornet sting me and help it to go away so I can finish planting. And within a couple of seconds, a huge dragonfly landed in between me and the hornet, or the wasp. It was a wasp. It was a red wasp. And it sat there, and I could feel the vibe of it, and it was so gentle, and I was in awe that it came so close to me. So I just stayed very still, and within half a second of the dragonfly landing, the wasp took off and never came back. So I went and did some research, and it turns out that dragonflies are a natural predator of wasps. Can you get, angel bumps again. So I go into more detail about it in my story time, but I did not know that at the time. But I literally called in a protector with this dragonfly, which is, different than what this card says here, right? This card is talking about transformation, magic, illusion. But hey, that was kind of magical. It really was. And I'm so grateful to that dragonfly. I've learned to make friends with the wasps in my community now. And for the most part, we all just agree we're not going to mess with each other. We're not going to sting each other. We'll just stay away from each other. So, knock on wood, it's been good since then. But at the time, I was feeling attacked. And so this dragonfly came in. Pretty cool, right? All right, so let's see what's coming up in the final card for this row. It says, wish upon a star. Make a wish and expect the very best. Okay, this is what we're doing when we are writing in our journal, and we're writing our affirmations and we're writing our intentions. Definitely with the new moon, but any lunar cycle or anytime you feel called, write down what your heart wants. Create that evidence that you are asking for these things to come into your life. Make that wish, and you want to be wishing from your heart, right? Not from your head. All right, let's move into the third row here so we can get to your bonus messages. For the third row, we have 2 of water, partnership, commitment, reconciliation. We did have that 2 of fire card in the ultimate outcome of your Celtic cross about a new partner coming in, but I'm also getting that you're going to be taking a current relationship to a new level. You're going to be getting deeper with somebody. And since this is coming up in the third row, it may be that this new person that's coming into your life is going to eventually be somebody that's very, very important in your life. Maybe it's a friend that turns into a romantic partner. Maybe it's a friend that turns into a business partner. It could be a new child or grandchild coming in. So this is really exciting. Keep an eye open for new people coming into your life that feel like they have the same energy as you and you feel a connection. So let's see what's coming up for the second card in this row. We have obsidian, grounding, shielding, void. All right, this is also going to be a reminder that as you are meeting these new people or you're taking relationships to the next level, you're grounding your energy too. We don't want to get too caught up in the emotions. This could also be an energy of just getting swept off your feet, especially with that 2 of fire card in earlier. You don't want to get swept off your feet. You want to be grounding your energy before you're making any long-term permanent commitments. But coming up in the final card for this spread, and we'll move to your angel messages, your bonus messages. They're all your angel messages. We have laughter, another reference to fun. You need a good laugh. Do any of you have like a favorite comedian you go to over and over again, just to, even though you've seen their stand-up, like you go back and watch them all again over and over? Nate Bargatze is one of my favorite ones. Bill Burr. Norm Macdonald, I know he's passed, may he rest in peace, but I still go watch a lot of his stuff. Total favorite of mine. And there's another one I'm blanking on. Shane McGilroy? Yeah, no, I don't know. Anyways, let me know in the comments if you have a favorite comedian. My husband and I are always looking for more people. And I love the ones that are like, I love all these guys, but the ones that are able to not cuss, they really impress me. That's hard to do. Brian Regan's another one that I never hear cuss, and he's hilarious. I haven't seen him in a while. All right, let's go back. Let's go do your bonus messages here. This is the spread I always do every day when I am journaling in the morning. I will, write the date on the dotted pages. I'll say, thank you, God, for today. Good morning, angels and guides. Sometimes I'll write affirmations like today is a glorious day. Today is a wonderful day. I am healthy. I am grateful. I'll do that. And then I'll ask for guidance and action. So this is the actual spread I use when I am journaling, creating evidence, giving my future self that gift of hindsight by tracking signs and symbols from my spiritual team. So this card represents the present. This is the near future, like later today, this evening, tomorrow. This is the future. That could be anytime after. And these are the 2 actions to take. Because a lot of times I will hear people say to me, I love this overall energy. It makes sense. This is resonating. But now what? What do I do with that? Right? And we do have to actually put energy into things to get it back. We can't just sit around and wait for that laptop that we want to show up on our door. We have to do things to get the money, to invest, to order it, to receive it, right? We do actually have to put energy in to get it back. That's referencing an old story I'll talk about another time because we're getting long here in this video. But I do want to talk about the present energy here. We have the Sun card. This is beautiful. Happy outcome, brilliant new ideas that lead to success. Have confidence in yourself. Beautiful card coming through there. Then in the near future, we have the 2 of Fire. Again, 4 of Fire. Again, a fire card. Contentment, peace, and abundance. A happy home life. The successful completion of a project. Look at that. When you add fun and more playful energy, when you add skills and knowledge, and you take a break, take a rest, you're going to get to the end of whatever this is that you're completing, and you're going to feel really good about it. So coming up in the future, we have the Hermit card. Spend time in quiet meditation, spiritual teaching, and self-discovery. So yeah, something that you're working on now is going to lead you to this opportunity to have time alone and do that self-reflection. At the time I'm recording these messages, we have Pluto retrograde, which is very much about going within and doing that internal self-discovery. So I hope you will be taking extra time for journaling, for learning something new, for adding to your skill levels. So let's see what's coming up in your action cards here. Ooh, look at this. 6 of Fire, victory, good news is on its way, public recognition or awards. Since this is an action, your team is asking you to get out there. Get out there and share with the world the things you want to do. Do things that make you feel seen, because this is going to help you with getting these new ideas. So let's see what's coming up in the final action here. We have the renewal card. Look at that. Review and evaluate, a favorable assessment of the facts, time to move in a new direction. So basically, you need to get out there and share with someone that you trust and get out there and learn from someone else about what it is that you want to do, add to your skill level, and it's going to help you move in this new direction, which is going to ultimately make things easier. And sometimes what we have to do is actually just take a break completely, maybe even go completely back to the drawing board and review everything and say, you know what, I'm doing this the hard way. There's an easier way to do it. Okay, so make sure you're taking that time to review and evaluate. That's why we have this Hermit card coming up in the future, where it's time to do that self-discovery, and that's going to really help you with moving forward and protecting what you've created. Thank you all for being here, and remember, take time every day to connect with the angels.